Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to Funky Monkey MMA.
Welcome to another edition of the Funky Monkey MMA Radio. I am Rob Mead, being joined today by Larry Schrock. How you doing today, bud?
Doing great.
Good to hear. Right now, we're supposed to be having a call-in from Wilson Reis. He will be fighting on September 4th for the UFC at UFC Fight Night 28, which takes place in Brazil. He holds a 16-4 professional record. Right now, we're just waiting on him to give us a call.
Wilson's a black belt in the same system that I train in.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's under Roberto Tosi, and that's who is the trainer of my trainer, Marcelo Silva.
Right on. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I met him at Bellator down in Monroe, Louisiana.
Right on. I think this is his first fight for the UFC?
Yeah, I think he tried out for the Ultimate Fighter, but I don't think he made the show. And but he had a good enough record, and they were already looking at him anyways. I think they just signed him.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, you looking forward to this card this weekend, man? This is going to be a hell of a fucking fight. It's Ben Henderson versus Anthony Pettis.
I haven't got to see very many here lately, but that's a fight I'm excited about for sure.
I'm very excited for that one, man. When Anthony ran off that cage when they fought in the WC, it was just nuts.
Yeah, I saw that one when it happened. I actually saw that. We'll see. That guy, I mean, he does a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, he's solid. I mean, maybe he has a chance to win.
Absolutely. And then another interesting matchup, Josh Barnett taking on Frank Mir. Who do you see winning that one?
I like Frank Mir a lot. I'm hoping that he does, but man, Josh is a big, strong dude. Only thing I can say is that he's getting older, and you'd think that his chin is going to go away eventually.
Yeah. Then Clay Guida is taking on Chad Mendez. You got Ben Rothwell taking on Brandon Vera. Eric Koch taking on Dustin Poirier. That's going to be a hell of a fight right there.
I love Dustin Poirier. I make a lot of matches in Louisiana, so I know Dustin very well. He's one of my favorites. I would say he was my favorite fighter, except for I train at R1 with Matt Grice and James Head, so those guys have to take over. They're my favorites, but I promise you, Dustin's right up there with them.
Right on. So let's see. We still haven't got a call in from Wilson.
Brazilians are always late.
What was that?
I said Brazilians are always late.
Yeah, I'm hoping he calls in here. We'll give it about 2 more minutes, and if he doesn't, we'll just try to get this interview rescheduled.
Okay.
But, let's see. Jamie Varner, he's returning. He'll take on Leeson Tebow. That's going to be a hell of a fight right there.
Yeah, Jamie's a good dude, too. I've known Jamie for a long time.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to him back at Arnold's this year. He was talking about his hand or whatever. I think he broke it or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be good to see him get back in there.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Jamie in a little while. Last time I talked to him, I was in San Antonio, and some guy at this little bar said that Jamie Varner came in here, and I said, oh, yeah, well, let's call him and talk to him. So I called and let the bartender talk to him. It was pretty funny.
Hell yeah. Oh, this is going to be an excellent matchup right there. I've been waiting for this one for a while. Soa Pele, he fought in the UFC a while back, a long time ago, and they got rid of him or whatever for whatever reason. And ever since then, he's just been dominating. I mean, completely dominating. Oh, we got someone here on the line. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, is this Wilson?
Yeah, this is Wilson. What's up, guys?
How you doing today, man?
How you doing?
Doing great. Doing very good.
I told you he was on Brazil time.
What's that?
I told him you were on Brazilian time. You guys are always late for everything.
Got the Brazilian time.
So, hey, you fight September 4th, isn't that right, Wilson?
Yes, it actually, the fight, this guy's scratched, man. As of right now, the fight scratched because Hugo suffered a knee injury, so he's going to be out of the fight. So right now, I'm just like praying and hope I get a replacement, for next week. But otherwise, they should book me to fight, I think sometime.
Right on. So I wanted to ask you, how was it that you originally got involved in the sport of mixed martial arts?
I actually, the reason I got involved, first I started with Jiu-jitsu, then I made it into MMA. The reason I started because I loved, martial arts movies like Van Damme and stuff, during the 90s. So I started actually kickboxing for about a year there, and then I switched to judo for a while. Then I started jiu-jitsu, got a black belt, and I moved into MMA, when I moved to the States.
Awesome. So who would you consider to be your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration?
Yeah.
My inspiration is always the title, whatever I can get, let's say if I'm fighting, like right now, just on UFC. My inspiration, man, is just it's a belt, it's a belt, that I can achieve and can change my life, So whatever we're going to fight for, that's what I'm looking for. Look for the big fight and for the title, That's my inspiration.
Absolutely. So what team are you training with right now?
I'm a part of Brazil United, here in Philadelphia, along with Dance Fight Camp and Good Jiu-Jitsu Club and Alliance MMA in California. Those are the places I go to train with.
Right on. So,
hey, Wilson,
yes.
Larry Schrock here. I met you down in Monroe, Louisiana when you were fighting for Bellator.
Oh, nice.
I'm with Marcio La Selva Jiu-Jitsu, and you are come up from Roberto Tosi, so we have the same background.
Oh, nice, man. So you train with La Selva?
Not as much as I should, actually. I'm in Oklahoma, and he's in Kansas, but yes, that's who I'm affiliated with.
Nice, man. He's a cool guy, man. Awesome guy, man. We're all part of the Godoy team, Godoy Jiu-Jitsu Club, and Tosi, man. Tosi is like a huge inspiration of mine, as far as growing up and in Jiu-Jitsu. When I moved into Godoy Jiu-Jitsu, I was yellow belt, and Tosi was like a big, big name in the team. It always was. It always is. He still is a big name in the team, part of the Jiu-Jitsu Club, and so La Selva, man. Good people.
Yeah, that guy's the best, man. I'm amazed at him. He beats everybody. I can't think of a better grappler that there is than Tosi. He's the man. What do you after the weigh-ins are all said and done, what's your favorite thing to go eat?
My favorite meal is always my favorite meal and usually my meal every weigh is after the weigh-in pasta. I just get a shrimp or a chicken fettuccine Alfredo is my favorite pasta. That's what I usually eat after I eat and everything.
Yeah, I've been there before, man. I know what you're talking about. I really am pulling for you. I hope they find you somebody, man.
No, me too, man. I'm so excited, man. My day start out also, my training. It was actually my last training session. I felt great, my weight's coming off great and everything. And as soon as I checked my email after training, I got the call that, the Wu got hurt, and I was pretty upset, and I just wish him fast recovery, and hope it's nothing serious, Hope we can go for this fight again, man. Especially I got to be doing the hill, man, against them. It'll be a huge fight for me, And
yeah.
Right now I'm just hoping they find somebody to replace him, or if they can, look at as soon as possible, man. I'm in good shape and I'm ready to go,
Yeah, well, I'm sure that, you got the two best matchmakers in the world that'll be on that. They'll find you somebody.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, what would you say it is that separates you from every other competitor?
What did you say?
What would you say it is that, separates you from everyone else that's there? Is it your mindset, your drive?
Me, yeah, like in my mind, would separate. I think the biggest thing I think is training. Training is everything. When people when you book the fight, man, training is your main thing. You want to train 110%, So when I know I did a full camp, I'm 8 weeks camp, and I'm in shape, this is all I got, I know there's no way I'm gonna lose this fight, and if I did lose, either I made a mistake, or the guy was not that much better than me, Because my job is to believe in myself, and how I believe in myself, I train right. If I train right, I got all the confidence in the world, Other thing, I got it from Jiu-jitsu, competing Jiu-jitsu all these years, from white belt all the way to black belt was believe in myself, I learned so much in match that I lost, that I was winning, and that was a huge lesson for me that, sometimes I gave people so much respect, when I could have beat them, if I give them no respect. And when the match started, I would score 10-0, and I couldn't believe I scored 10-0 right away. I ended up losing the fight because I didn't believe in myself, So along all these years competing Jiu-Jitsu, that was a huge mind game, that I've learned, and I know that I think with me to MMA, how to study my opponent, I'm big in studying my opponent, he's knowing if he's nervous or not, if he's confident or not, and I got that from Jiu-Jitsu, and I think that with me, for every fight.
Right on. So, what do you consider to be, your most glorious moments thus far in your career? What do you consider to be your proudest achievement so far?
My first proudest achievement was in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I won the World Tournament as a brown belt. Man, that was like a dream. It was a dream come true. I have 3 bronze medals. 3 bronze before that, and win a World Tournament in Brazil of Jiu-Jitsu, man, it's you can't describe, the feeling, the emotion, It was huge for me, and that was back in 2004, man. I could have won the other years, and so it took a lot of mine to win as a black belt, But that was my first huge achievement, My second achievement was in MMA. When I won the Little XC title, when I was fighting for Little XC back in the days, and I won my first title, and that was very emotional as well.
Right on. If you could fight anyone, whether it be a fighter or a politician or just anyone, if you could get anyone in the cage, that'd be?
I think I will fight Pacquiao. I always I always fighting in my mind, as far as he's a huge, and I'm a huge fan of him, boxing wise, And I wonder if I could hang with him in the cage.
Absolutely, that'd be a lot of fun.
Be excellent. That would be excellent. You picked the payday too. That guy you'd make some money on that.
Yeah, right. They make a life change fight.
So, how do you spend your time when you're not preparing for a fight?
Man, my day, man, I'm in camp or off camp. As far as training, is the same. I train twice a day, every day, even when I'm not fighting. they change the focus and stuff, but I'm always training. But my day, I choose classes, class of the day United, and try to stay much water from Philadelphia, every day. So I have a morning class, and then I usually train late morning, and then after that I train in the afternoon. Then I go teach at the United, so I stay at night. So I'm teach early morning and late evening, and during the day I'm always training. So. And usually when I don't have a fight, I focus a lot in the gi of jiu-jitsu, do a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of gi, and a lot of striking, And when I have a fight, I put more cage work and stuff.
Right on. Were your family and friends, were they supportive when you decided to try your hand at mixed martial arts?
Yeah, man. My family, I've been fighting since I was 9 years old, and competing, in training. So it was a natural transition to MMA. Of course, my mom, she was always concerned, but more focus or stuff like that, But then my dad was a huge supporter, very happy, and whole family extremely happy now, man. I get fighting UFC, the biggest MMA promotion in the world, So it's huge for me, But my family was always super supportive,
Absolutely. So if you could fight anyone in your weight class on the UFC roster, who would that be?
Man, so many great fighters, man. The bantamweight division, I'm looking for big fights, man. I want to get noticed right away. And there's a lot of guys out there. That like to fight. First one guy I like to fight is either Rivera. I forgot his first name. Jorge Rivera. He's a heavy hitter, great striker. I think it'd be a great fight to fight him. Other one that I like to fight as well, it'll be name McDonald. Forgot his first name. Michael McDonald is a great striker and a great wrestler as well. There's so many, man. So many guys that just look for big fights, like Ryan Faber, fights like that, Scott Jordan.
Yeah,
so many names.
Absolutely. So when it's all said and done, and you hang up the gloves, what do you want people to remember you for at the end of your career?
For my achievements, in sport of MMA, in sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's what I want to do, man. That's what I want to do. I want to also have the opportunity, to work, during the community, around the community here in America and in Brazil, do charity events and stuff like that, and help the people that need it, especially the young kids and people that don't have financial, opportunity, to train, and stuff like that. It's always been a dream of mine as well,
Absolutely. So, about 10 minutes before the fight, and your stage is sitting there, what's going through your head in that moment?
Man, it's funny because this is something I always ask myself after the fight, man. I think about it when I check in, to the fans, to the arena, it's an hour before the fight, and 40 minutes goes by, 30 minutes goes by, and then 10 minutes, and then you see the guy that fights before you. When he walks out, you know you're next, So right there, when the guy before me walks out to the arena, walks to the cage, I know I'm next, and my heart is starting pumping hard, But right there, I'm it's like a different zone. It's even it's hard to describe, where I'm at the moment. I'm someplace very full, concentrated in my fight, my game plan, and it's like a very special moment, especially when I'm in the fight, in between rounds, in my coach says it's hard to fight me. I listen what they're saying, I'm trying to capitalize, but at the same time it's hard to fight me. Very special moment, man.
Absolutely. So, what do you consider to be your favorite submission?
My favorite submission, my favorite position in the jiu-jitsu is take the back. How to take the back. And so from the back, my favorite position is rear naked choke in MMA.
Absolutely. It's a good one. Do you consider, like, you know, jiu-jitsu to be your favorite aspect of mixed martial arts, or would it be striking, or?
I mean, I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has takedown as well, not quite precise and tight as a wrestling takedown, but still very good takedown. Like myself, for example, I never got to wrestle. You know, I always tried to wrestle. I mean, I trained with wrestlers, and when I moved to the States, but before that, all my takedowns come from Jiu-Jitsu, you know, and that took me to, like, you know, almost like 9 fights in MMA, you know, with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, takedowns and ground work, you know, in Jiu-Jitsu and stuff. So, I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is definitely a huge part. I mean, it's a huge part, you know, in MMA.
Right on. Are there any other sports that you dig other than mixed martial arts?
I do, you know, all martial arts, you know, like judo, jiu-jitsu, you know, and striking. I play volleyball, but this is when I was, like, you know, in like mid school, you know.
Right on.
It wasn't too good.
Someone were to go to your iPod, and they, you know, they were looking through your songs. What do you think the most embarrassing song they would find on there is?
Can you say that one more time, please?
If someone was going through your, like your iPod or whatever, and, you know, they were looking through your music, what do you consider to be, like, the most embarrassing song on there?
Man. I think, I'm not embarrassed, but, like, you know, I'm pretty, you know, like mixed as far as styles of music, you know. I have so many music. I think, like, I don't even know. Probably like some, like, Justin Bieber song or whatever. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, we got this new thing going on here. It's called Pros Picks. Basically, we're going to give you 5 matchups from this upcoming card this weekend. And we want you to choose the winner. At the end of the year, we're going to add up all the points, and we'll see who the ultimate champion of choosing the fights are.
Oh, cool.
First up, we got Ben Henderson. He'll be taking on Anthony Pettis. Who do you see walking away the winner in that one?
Benson Henderson.
Right on. That's going to be an excellent fight, man. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And then Josh... What was that?
I'm happy that Brandon Vera is in the car. You know, he's a part of, you know, like, part of Alliance MMA, you know, Brandon Vera. And I'm excited to watch him fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He always brings it. And in the co-main event, we got Josh Barnett. He'll be taking on Frank Mir.
I think Josh Barnett would take that one.
Right on. Then you got Clay Guida. He'll be taking on Chad Mendez.
Chad Mendez.
That's going to be an excellent fight. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a scrap.
And then Ben Rothwell will be taking on Brandon the Truth Vera.
Brandon Vera.
Right on. And then you also got Eric Koch taking on Dustin Poirier.
Eric Koch, yeah. I think that's a good fight,
too. Great fight. Yeah, I think that one possibly will take fight of the night. And we got about 5 minutes left here on the show. If you want to give a shout-out to your sponsors, your family, friends, you know, or any, floor is yours, man.
Thank you. Man, first of all, I want to shout out to you guys, man. Thanks for the opportunity to be in the radio. And also to my family, you know, here, my family in Brazil. You know, my team is that I represent the Jiu-Jitsu Club, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu United, Alliance MMA, and Dry State Martial Arts. And that is my camp. Is the place I go, place I train at and teach. You know, and my sponsor is always Bad Boy. He's always supporting me, you know. Before fights and during fights, Bad Boy always supported me. Big sponsor. And pretty much all my coaches, all my friends, all my fans, you know, and I I just can't wait, for the opportunity now. I can't wait to fight in UFC.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you coming on today, Wilson. It was great having you on, man. We'd love to have you back on.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We really hope, they get you a fight scheduled, dude. Ready to see you fight in the UFC.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man.
No problem.
All right,
Bye,
guys.
Later.
Have a good one. We got about a couple minutes left here. Before we get out of here, I want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors, KOBK Fighter. You can check them out. They got some badass gi shorts, some awesome $10 T-shirts. Go ahead and check them out over at KOBKfighter.com. You can also check them out on Facebook as well. Check us out on Facebook also while you're at it. Over at Facebook.com/TheFunkyMonkey MMA. And you can find us on Twitter at Funky Monkey MMA. And if you would like to sponsor the show, email us over at funkymonkeymma@gmail.com. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes, YouTube, Blog Talk Radio, and also Stitcher Radio. I'm Rob Mead, and we're out. Have a great night.
You're listening to Funky Monkey MMA.